This is real hard. And it's just like, y'all, we all are hurting, right? Like, excuse me. We all are hurting. And hold on, let me do this. I just had to share this because we gotta talk about this, y'all. Like, we gotta all right, let me fix this. So I just found this out. Oluwatoyin, hold on. Oluwatoyin, Salau was just found dead. And I don't know all the details right now. I actually don't care about the details as much as I care about. And let me be explicit about this, right? Because this happened with Rashad Brooks. I've seen people argue about whether or not someone deserves to live. And these arguments are happening on basically the same day, at the same time period, when someone is when the death just happened. So we haven't even funeralized Rashad. We haven't even funeralized Toyin, right? And I don't know if this. Hopefully, it doesn't happen with Toyin, where they try to some kind of way blame her for her death. But why are we blaming Black people for their deaths, right? So forget about that. Say her name. She, like, I just found out about this. Evidently, she was sexually assaulted. And then her remains was found, and her sister identified her remains. And I wanted to do this live because I wanted to publicly and outrightly say her name and give her this attention. But also I want to, like, I'm really just thinking through this weekend, right? So I talked to my homie. We like real close. She's a Black queer. She identifies as a Black queer femme. And like, that's my homie, right? And she's actually from the hood too. So there's a lot of stuff that we can talk about that we have in common. And I was telling her about I was telling her about the weekend because I hadn't talked to her since over the weekend. And she was like, why did you like? No, I was saying, like, she was like, why did you argue with those people and stuff? I was like, I know, but like, you gotta listen to what I'm saying. She's like, no, but like, people are gonna be. These are the words that she said. She said, people, you have so much brilliance to share, but people are gonna be turned off by you. And having that conversation, after having that conversation with her and finding out about Toyin, I was just like, dang, yo, like, it's sad to see, one, how much trauma we experience as Black people. Like, we literally just go from trauma to trauma to trauma to trauma to trauma. So we go from 2 men being lynched to Tonya is actually protesting the death of a trans man in McDade who was killed in Florida, right? In Tallahassee. So she was protesting. So we can go from, I mean, it's sad. Like, I literally can't even, and look, y'all, just gonna be mad at me. I can't get it all together, right? I'm grieving and I'm hurting. So I can't get the details and all that stuff together, right? So, what I'm trying to say is this is hard for all of us Black people. It's hard for Black trans folks. It's hard for Black queer folks. It's hard for straight Black men. It's hard for cisgender Black women. It's hard for all Black people, y'all. And in so many words, that's what I was trying to communicate on Saturday. And I was just frustrated because I saw that we were saying her name and we were saying their names, but we wasn't really looking at Black men. But look, y'all, look, that's what she said. She's like, Travis, why are you comparing? When you compare, that's when things get lost. And hopefully, like, I was like, look, I hear you, because we did a live yesterday and we talked about this, right? We talked about how we don't want to have a battle with each other, but we want to love on each other. And then so this Black community looks like you being hurt when I get hurt, and being there for people. So I'm not lying, yo. I'm not making this up. It really is. This is really getting to me to see Toyin die. I don't know her, but she was a young woman who, she was a young Black woman who had enough courage to stand out and speak her truth, and then shout out to Black women who do this, yo. She literally, you can pretty much say that she gave her life for our freedom.